A very good morning to one and all present here. I'm Srilakshmi from India. I'm one of the project coordinators for AGAPE project in India. So the AGAPE initiative in India is called AGAPE. It stands for Ambedkar Grants for Advancing Poverty Eradication. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is one of India's foremost promoter of poverty eradication. So we used his name for this. And how Agape started, in short, we call it Agape. How it all started was Dr. brought together a group of individuals whom he knew through various conferences and collaborations, etc. And we are individuals from different backgrounds, different levels of education. But what's common is all of us are academics. So he brought us together and he shared with us his dream of creating small projects, like establishing small projects in India is for the eradication of poverty. So that was his dream, and this dream was made possible by because of the funding given by Mr. Kishan and Mrs. Geeta Mehra, and a total of about 8 lakh Indian rupees, which is around 9,600 in US dollars, was given for this project. And we decided that we will put out a project proposal and send, and we will make these posters viral through social media, and then we'll send to colleges, NGOs. But these are not, it is also like anybody and potentially innovative idea for alleviation of poverty, even if it is for just 5 people or 10 people, doesn't matter. If we think that the project is viable, we decided we'll provide it funding. So that is how it all started, and we created posters and we tried to make them viral as much as possible. And then we got a few project proposals, and we all of us, all the project coordinators, we sat and we deliberated which of these projects are actually having good potential to create a change. And so we would have these monthly meetings, and each of us would vote and discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of everything. And then we decided that we will choose about 5 to 6 projects, and we will provide them uh, around 3 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs of Indian money. And these would be provided to them in installments depending on how the project is progressing. And so we also interviewed those people who came up with the proposals, and these amounts were given to them in installments, released to them in installments. And each of these projects were allotted a project coordinator. I'm one of the project coordinators for a pilot project in Tamil Nadu. And so these people, be it an individual, be it an organization, their point of contact would be the project coordinator. So they would report to us, and we would be in regular touch with them. And if we feel that they have done significant progress, then we will ask Agape to release further funds. So this was the mechanism followed by us. So yeah, I just explained how the projects were selected. Now I would be presenting to you 3 of the projects that were undertaken as part of. So the first project is, I was the project coordinator of that. This was undertaken in southernmost state of India. In order to give you an idea, I just put an Indian map, and the red color state, that is Tamil Nadu. So the main aim of this is, of course, poverty eradication, and this proposal came from an NGO called Snekithi Foundation, and this foundation has been there for about 20 years in that region, and they wanted to do this pilot project in 5 different villages in a very, very, very small, almost insignificant on the map district called Togamalai block of Karur district in Tamil Nadu. So for this, 50 Dalit women were selected, and Dalits means these are the most downtrodden and the most underprivileged communities in India. So they have chosen 50 women, and how these women were selected was they did not have any male member in the family who were bringing in income. So these are the sole breadwinners in the family. That's how these 50 women were chosen. And then for them, there were various training camps were conducted, and these training camps were based on field and soil testing. And in that, they taught them how to check different soils and what kind of crop would be ideal for that particular level of rainfall. So they were shown all that, and also they were taught about organic farming methods. And in this, the main focus was on the reduction of chemical fertilizers and the increase in the usage of organic fertilizing. So this photo which you see on your screen were taken during the training camps these women experienced. So this is the place where they went for soil testing. These lands were scattered in all the 5 villages. So they were taken in different lands. So these are the beneficiaries of the AGAPE project. These are the various photos. So they were very thankful that when I told them that, we are going to be presenting, they wanted to say thank you. So they made a huge banner, and that's a very very Indian thing to put up a banner for everything to celebrate our success. So they put up a banner. This project started in January of 2023. So this is still an undergoing project. And in another 2 more months, this project would get over. So what are the results that we witnessed in this project is that these are women who did not have a specific source of income or a stable source of income. So the very fact that they are able to provide stable income to their family, especially their children, had a huge boost in their confidence levels. And these women were provided with seeds, and then they were provided with various fruit bearing saplings, and these were planted. And then they were, when they sold these in the market, and they were also provided marketing linkages. It's not just they were trained to do agriculture and left all on their own. So they were actually handheld right from the beginning till the end, where they actually get the money in their hands. So it was a huge learning curve for these village women. So they earned about ranging between 9,000 Indian rupees to 27,000 Indian rupees based on the amount of land they were able to cultivate. So the initial investment is low, but the yield is very good. And because of the increase in income, they were able to afford better medical facilities for their children as well as the old people in their houses. And their kids, they started sending their kids to schools because now they no longer need to send their kids to work. And what we witnessed is that there is a problem these women experience because cattle is required in order to do farming. And they don't have cattle, and they're renting cattle right now, and that is causing. So it would be nice if more funding is brought about, and cattle is brought with that. And as of now, this had been for 50 women, but there is a huge potential for scaling up, in the sense that a lot of other women, that is the neighbors of these women who were beneficiaries of these programs, they were coming to the Snekithi Foundation and asking, can we also join? Can you please help us? Even we want to be part of the program. But the problem is there's only so much of funds, and there's not funding for everybody. So this is a major problem. Although there's a huge potential for scaling up, due to lack of funds, for now, for this year, we kept it only for 50 women. So this is a report regarding the project for which I was coordinator of. And the next project we undertook was from Manipur, which is a northeastern state in India. And the project coordinator is right here with us, and he's Tanvir Ejaz. In this, if you look at the red color, that is the Manipur district, and it lies on the Indian border, Indian and Burma border. So that comes with its own set of specific challenges. So the village name is Kwata village, and as I said, it is located on the Indo-Burma border, and the amount of households is very limited, just 90 households. It's a very small settlement, and the entire population of this village is only 500 members. That's it. And mainly this consists of SC and ST tribes. SC and ST in India, it means scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. They belong to the tribal caste, and these are tribal villages, and they're mainly based in the hilly regions of India. So there's a huge lack of transportation facilities, road facilities, and because they are at the border, there's a lot of border issues happening, and also a lot of geopolitical conflicts that happen in this village. So, and with all these challenges comes extreme poverty, mainly because of the connectivity issues. And there's hardly any educational facilities. In fact, you can say there's zero educational facilities in this area, because there are no schools there and there's no road connectivity to send their children to school. So this is Dr. Arambam Noni. He is a professor in a university in Imphal. He approached AGAPE with the proposal that he intends to do something for this tribal people. Then he proposed that, in the tribal area, there's a lot of good yield of bamboo shoots. And these bamboo shoots are edible, and if packaged properly, if they're taught and trained to do things in a professional way, they can earn income through that, and that will make a significant difference in their lives. So he approached AGAPE with that proposal, and we thought it's a very interesting proposal, so we released funds for that. And initially he required a lot of support from the project coordinator because of the specific challenges this area faced, and Dr. Tanveer Ejaz, he provided a lot of support. And they finally, out of these 90 households, they chose about 10 households from this district. Sorry, not district, village. They chose 10 households, and they taught them how to properly grow bamboo shoots and what are the raw materials required for that. And they also taught how to ferment them properly and package them in a very clean, proper, professional way. And previously, although the production of bamboo was existent in that region, the process of them coming out or selling these to the outside region, it was non-existent until until Agape ASAP got into the field. So this was the first time something of that sort is happening in that village. So they were taught how to transport these and how to market this, and also marketing linkages were provided. And because of this, they started to earn around 1,200 to 1,500 Indian rupees per month. And for a tribal person, that is a huge amount of money. It makes a lot of difference to their livelihood. And these are the photos that were taken when Dr. Arambam Noni, he did not have any staff. He actually asked a couple of his students, and also he enrolled a few of the villagers to camps that were organized where they were teaching them how to, and these are the bamboo shoots, how to process them, how to ferment them, how to package them. And these are the finished packaging. Once properly packaged, how to sell them, which shops to go to. So these are the villages of the 10 households that were selected for this pilot project. So what is the present situation of the project right now? This project started in December 2022, and it was really smooth sailing until the May of 2023. However, this project was suddenly interrupted because of the eruption of a lot of ethnic violence between the local communities in that tribal area. So because of that, as it is a very remote area, and now because of the violence that is there, completely it is cut off from outside world, which is like outside India. So there's no access to the village at all, and there is armed violence happening sporadically, so it's not safe to go there. And there's a huge restriction in the free movement of people. Nobody can go in, nobody can come out. That's the present situation. And there are a lot of curfews, and there's absolutely no access to internet in that area as of now. So as of now, I mean, until we knew that situation, as of then, 170 people are dead. And right now, it might have escalated, but we have no idea of knowing because nobody is allowed in and out. So we don't get news from that place. Nobody can go in, nobody can email us regarding the situation. There's absolutely no connectivity. So that is the situation. And right now, the tribal people, they're experiencing a lot of food and clothing issues, especially the winter is coming, and whatever is happening, the Their houses were destroyed and they're taking shelter in army camps. So the situation, there's definite potential for livelihood programs in this area once the violence issues, if at all, they come down. So as of now, we can't say, because it is like the cat sitting on the wall. It can go either way. It might reduce, it might not reduce. There might be a scope for us to restart the Agape project there, or they might not be. So we don't know. But if at all the chance comes for us to start, there's a definite potential for livelihood programs like fisheries, cooperative farming, raising of pigs, etc. in this region. So the next and the final report of this presentation is that from the state of Kerala, that's the only Indian state which has 100% literacy. So the project coordinator for that is Professor Jose Nandhikkara, who comes from Dharmaram Vidya Kshetram in Bangalore. So on this map, you can see the red area, that is Kerala. So this is a project that has been launched mainly in order to provide sustainable livelihood to women, especially and mainly and only women. So this was taken up by KESS Foundation. It stands for Kuriakose Elias Service Society, and it is a Christian organization which has been working in that area for close to 5 decades now. So they are well versed in the local situation, and they have been consistent in providing different programs to them in order to help these women. And one of the main aims of this is to provide women entrepreneurship and provide them with financial independence and self-sufficiency, thus contributing to women empowerment. So who are the beneficiaries of the KEP and Agape project? So from Thrissur district in Kerala, a total of 15 women were selected. And these 15 women, how were they selected? Previously, they used to work in this factory, which used to assemble stabilizers, electric stabilizers. And that factory has been closed down, and these women were suddenly left with no employment at all. And there were a lot of women that way, but out of that, only 15 women were selected, because as of now, the funding allows only for that many people. And how these 15 women were selected from out of so many people were, these women were, come from backgrounds of domestic violence. They have experienced a lot of exploitation and harassment in their life. And most of them are single mothers. So, and they don't have basic livelihood, and their financial situation is very bad. So it is these 15 women were selected, and this project has been done in 3 different phases. The first phase was training programs, in which they selected these 15 people based on the criteria which I just explained in my previous slide. And they were given training regarding personality development, and they were also taught how to stitch, and their educational background was also taken into consideration. And each woman was, and since it was such a small number, there was also a lot of personal initiative there and personal interaction there. So they were able to know who was at which educational level. And out of these 15 women, 9 women were chosen to go for a course in fashion designing, which is a 6 months diploma course in fashion designing. And once they have finished that course, the second phase started. And the rest, apart from these 9 women, the rest of the people, they were taught how to tailor, how to sew, and how to cut cloths. And basically, this is a tailoring project. In the second phase, using the funds from Agape, they bought various tailoring units, and they provided a room for the women to practice their skills in. And during this time, they were also taught a lot of skills like entrepreneurship. How do you market? How do you talk to different people and establish marketing linkages on their own? In the first project, in Tamil Nadu project, they were handheld. In this project, one of the unique features is, in the second phase, they were actually given a lot of independence, because they were taught how to stand on their own feet. So by the end of this second phase, the women, they were able to approach textile producers on their own. And they were able to talk to them and, ask them, would you sell your cloth directly to us rather than us going to shops and buying it at a higher cost? And that worked out for them. And so they have, and through their personal interactions with neighbors and family, relatives, extended family, and all that, they were able to, through word of mouth, uh, able to spread the word that this tailoring unit exists and you can actually get your clothes stitched at a much lower cost. And also they were able to establish linkages to various small shops selling clothes and also to various boutiques. So there is constant demand for cloth making from them, which would enable to earn, which would enable them to earn stable income every single month. So the monthly income from this project for each woman was around 9,000 to 15,000 rupees, Indian rupees per woman per month. And the third phase of this project, which is happening right now as we talk, is the maintenance of these tailoring units. And these women have become so capable and they are actually sitting, coming together in order to discuss and plan strategies on how to market themselves better, how to establish more linkages, how to reach out, maybe go out of their own village there and reach out to other units and see whether this can be spread to a much larger area so that they can get more demands in. And as this project progressed, a lot of people, most of the women in these tailoring units, they started working from home as well. So this was a very nice program for them because they could sit at their home, do tailoring work, look after their household, look after the old people in their house, take care of their children, and yet earn stable income every month. So these are the women, and they bought 12 tailoring units with the project, with the funding from AGAPE. So these are the women who were trained. So this is the room which they took, and this is the room they trained in, and they're working. So what are the results witnessed? We witnessed a definite increase in entrepreneurial skills, and which led to a significant boost in the confidence levels. And they experienced a stable income. And there is not just the amount they're receiving right now, but apart from this, there is a significant potential for them to increase their income, maybe even double or triple in the near future, because they have learned the skills. And not only just tailoring, they've also, through personality development which KESS provided to them, they have so much of confidence, they have so much of knowledge that they can scale it up to a huge extent, and they can even triple their income. And that is a huge potential there. And this project as of now reached only 15 women. What?
Please continue, Srilakshmi. I've just muted them.
Okay. So there's a huge potential for scaling up. And the sad part of this is there are a lot of women who are in need for this. And looking at these women who have experienced this tremendous change in their confidence levels and earning a stable income, they also want to join. But as of now, we have limited resources again. So there is huge potential for scaling up because there's a possibility of reaching a large scale of women. And lack of support, other women need a huge amount of support, which we are unable to provide as of now. So what are the lessons learned from whatever I presented and, all these projects we have done through AGAPE in small parts of India? So the lessons we learned in the last 1 year has been that deliberate and intentional action that is taken as opposed to endless deliberations, it definitely yields results. Definitely. Whatever I presented to you now is significant proof of that. And it helps in bringing about much needed transformation. So in the large scheme of things, this 50 people from Tamil Nadu or this 15 people from Kerala, it might not look like a big deal, but to those women, it means everything, because their entire life has been transformed because AGAPE intervened, because ASAP intervened. So these are the lessons learned, and there's a huge potential for scaling up and bringing many other people out of poverty by enabling small projects here in various parts of India. So these are the lessons learned by us in the last 1 year of implementing AGAPE project. And I would like to extend a special gratitude to Mr. Krishan and Mrs. Geeta Mehta for this, and a very heartfelt thank you to Dr. Thomas Poge for his patience, for his initiative in bringing all of us together, and for the lovely experience we had in the last 1 year as a whole. And I would like to conclude my presentation with this quote by Mother Teresa, where she says, 10 helping hands are better than 1,000 praying lips. With this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.